Hi, this is Erica Mitchell, EDL 851, Module 13. This case study focuses on a first grade teacher, Mrs. Horton. She was previously a highly effective teacher. She even had received the Teacher of the Year award through her district. After spring break of one of her school years, staff and students started to notice an attitude change and lack of motivation. She was having outbursts. There was parent complaints as well. During the following school year, within the first semester or first 6 weeks, there were a lot of complaints from parents and other staff. She was not behaving in a professional manner. She was angry, unmotivated, not addressing situations with parents or students in an appropriate way. So Mrs. Wilson is the administrator, and she needs to approach this situation and help solve it. So the first thing we look at is the problem. Here's what we know about Mrs. Horton, that she was a highly effective teacher. She had some changes going on at home. Her husband left, and she was raising her two children on her own that we know of. Her behavior at school began to change, and parents were complaining. There were meetings trying to be scheduled with other parents or with parents and Mrs. Wilson as well in the room. And during one of those parent meetings, she had an outburst with yelling at a parent and acting in a very unprofessional manner. Here's what I want to know. Why is she acting this way? What's causing the behavior? She never behaved like this prior to that school year, right after spring break. So what's going on there? What are the students feeling? Are they intimidated? Are they afraid? Do they not feel valued? What's the climate in the classroom like? Is it welcoming, or is it very intimidating? And what did they discuss during the private meeting held between Mrs. Wilson and Mrs. Horton? I would love to look at her previous evaluation, and I would talk to my administrator about a probation period and the protocol for that. So the issue here is that she's acting unprofessional. It's reflecting poorly on the school and the staff, and it's affecting the students. Parents are complaining. They need to feel heard, and they want action. And that I have a staff member now who is in an unhealthy state. There's something going on there that has changed her behavior drastically, and she needs some support. So the plan of action would be meet with Mrs. Horton. I would listen to her perspective of the situations that have been brought to my attention. I would express concern and offer support. What's going on? Why are you why have things changed? What has changed? Feel free to talk to me, open up to me. I would gain some insight on the situation that she's going through that we clearly don't have any insight on at the time. I would have a discussion with my superintendent regarding leave of absence period, if they feel that that might be necessary, and what is the plan for that? How do we go about that? How can we support students throughout that time of transition? And I would collaborate with administration and Mrs. Horton herself to design an improvement plan for her. I would reinstate an evaluation period, and once this plan was in place, I would inform parents so that they were in the loop. So this plan supports Mrs. Horton. It helps her in the classroom and at home. It supports her with whatever transitions that she's going through that are causing some distress in her life. What can we do at school to support her? It will hopefully give her that chance to refocus on her goals and her priorities. It will give the classroom and the students a chance to ease their feelings and ease the climate of the classroom that seems tense at the moment. Parents hopefully will feel supported and heard, and this will help refocus on goals and priorities as the staff and teachers. Reminds us of expectations that we have as teachers and staff, and it holds us accountable. This will also gather some data during that reevaluation. What did she focus on, and how did that change her academic and behavioral outcomes. So my thinking in this goal was, what can I do right now to help move in the right direction to solving this problem? What initial steps am I going to take? And after taking those steps, what am I going to do in the future to prevent this from occurring again with Mrs. Horton or with another staff member? I was feeling concerned that I needed to know that everyone in the situation felt that I was actively supporting them. Staff, students, teachers, everyone needs to feel that they are heard and supported. I value students' well-being and teachers' well-being, not just the teacher in the situation. She's definitely a concern, but the other teachers that are being affected by this and the students within that classroom. I'm feeling that, I'm valuing parents and their concern. I think it's wonderful that they stand up for their child and are a voice for them. And how is this going to help meet our student success goals? Some unresolved issues would be a lot of relationships have been damaged during this time period. Might not be able to patch those up. Did the staff feel supported, and do they feel supported with the decisions that we made with a probation period and a reevaluation and an improvement plan? Do they feel that they had a say in that, or that they should have a say in that? Will this affect her future employment? And is that going to be an issue if she is asked to leave the district? If she is not improving and she is not changing and has not met those expectations, will there be an issue with the teacher union with her leaving? And what kind of support are we giving our school improvement plan and the decisions that we made for that improvement plan, the goals that we have set? And is everyone feeling safe and orderly, and that they can succeed and feel comfortable in this learning environment? This plan promotes academic success by supporting teachers and focusing on their expectations and goals. It will ensure that she is focused on what we teach in the district and that she is being very closely monitored. And we are watching to make sure that she is focusing on being an effective teacher. It promotes the well-being of students because they need to feel safe and valued. They need to be comfortable, and they want a teacher that's happy and excited to be there and knows that that teacher is there for them and to help them be successful. It also helps the parents and knowing that they are supported and heard when they express concerns. This gives an opportunity to enhance instructional capacity because now Mrs. Horton has this professional development opportunity of an improvement plan, of goal setting, of collaboration with superintendents and her administrator and other staff members if necessary. She has this opportunity to refocus on her goals. She will be provided with timely feedback in an evaluation. We learned throughout this course that that's very important, to be timely with your feedback and your observations. And setting the professional goals for that improvement plan. We can analyze the data from the improvement plan and her evaluation during that period. What is improving? What does she still need to work on? What are our next steps going to be? This will also improve the climate as a whole in our school, that everybody is on the same page. Everybody is a team and working together. And it encourages staff and parents to be open-minded, that sometimes we are in these situations and our life is affecting our teaching, and it's not a accurate reflection of who we are as a teacher or as a person. And be open-minded that we can change that, we can refocus, and we can again achieve highly effective status as a teacher even after a time that we struggled. Thank you for watching.